Hi guys, welcome to my channel Pro Tricks. So actually this is my first video and I really need your support guys. So before I start my video, I want you people to know a very big fact that I'm not a teacher. Yeah guys, I'm too a student, well a psychology first year student. So don't worry guys, I'm here to help you and if you have still doubts, confusions, comment me below. So this video is meant for students who don't have textbooks to refer, notebooks to study. Yeah, well, the one with text and notebooks are welcome too. So, let's get started. Well, today's topic is what is psychology, the most easiest and most interesting one. So, let's start. So basically, psychology is the understanding of human behavior. So when we look back, the word psychology was first used by a person called Rudolf Kolek in the year 1519. He was a person who introduced the term called psychology, after which we can actually look into what psychology means. So if we split the word psychology into two words, that is psyche and logos. So psyche means the soul and logos means the knowledge. So it typically means the signs of soul. So both these words are Greek word. Now when we look at what Aristotle said, Aristotle was an old Greek philosopher who said that soul has no meaning or life has no meaning without the soul. So soul need to exist in an individual if life needs to exist. So life has no meaning without the soul. So according to Aristotle and many other Greek philosophers, they believed that psychology was a science of mind. So in scientifically understanding the mind, it is understanding mind to certain standardized procedure. That is what they believed. Therefore, it is called the science of mind because science is scientific. It is systematic. Therefore, it's called science of mind. Then came the modern perspective to psychology, where in the modern perspective said that mind is something that is intangible. We cannot touch the mind, we cannot feel the mind, we don't know where the mind really exists. It is intangible. We cannot see it, we cannot feel it. Therefore, they believe that mind is some word that you cannot use when you are explaining about science because science looks into scientific matter. So the mind cannot be measured scientifically. Therefore, they came up with a new terminology called as mental processes. So, the modern psychology believe that mental processes can replace the word mind. So, they call it science of mental processes. So, they believed that it was a science of mental processes, but again, there was a problem or criticism to this definition as well as the science of mental processes also could not be considered because it was believed that overt behavior and covert behavior of an individual was not included when you say mental processes. So when I say overt and covert behavior, what do I mean? That is external behavior which are visible for other individual and internal behavior which are not visible for other individuals like feelings etc, which is visible for only the person. So therefore they said that other behaviors like overt and covert behavior were not included. Therefore again the mental processes was replaced with behavior. So therefore new modern psychologists like William James started giving definitions for psychology. So what they believed that, or rather William James believed that psychology is defined as description and explanation of states of consciousness. So psychology is a description and explanation of states of consciousness. So it just means that different states of consciousness that exist in an individual, that is consciousness, preconsciousness, subconsciousness, different states of consciousness that exist in an individual can be defined and described and explained, and that is what psychology means according to William James. So he said that different states of consciousness, when we are able to describe it and when we are able to explain it, and we can call it psychology, or we can call it science of psychology. After that came William Wundt. Again, from William James, we moved to William Wundt. So, William Wundt believed that psychology is an investigation of feelings, thoughts, willpower of an individual. So, he was in an opinion that when it includes feelings, thoughts, and willpower, it is psychology. So, psychology is a combination of the various feelings that an individual undergo. So, William Wundt gave this opinion that psychology was an investigation of understanding the feelings, the thoughts, and the willpower of an individual. So, again, these two definitions of modern psychology were again not included. So, these two definitions of modern psychology were again rejected because behavior was not given importance here. So, an individual was not given importance to behavior, so they did not specify any form of behavior. So, only thing that they both specified was the states of consciousness and feelings, thoughts, and willpower. Since behavior was not given importance, again William Wundt and William James definitions both were rejected. Then came in modern psychology. So in modern psychology we should give credit to Watson and Edwin G. Boren for modern psychology. So Watson and Edwin G. Boren are two people who are brought in a right definition for psychology which is accepted worldwide today. So according to Watson, psychology is a science of behavior, that is understanding any form of behavior, overt or covert. And according to Edwin G. Boren, psychology is a study of human nature. Then again, this was rejected because here it was only included as human nature and animal behavior wasn't given importance to. So when we look in the earlier definitions, animal behavior was not given importance. So therefore, they did not believe that the definition was not apt enough. Then came Robert S. Wordsworth and Engelman, where they called psychology as a scientific investigation of behavior. The psychology was called as science of mental activities. So when I say mental activities, it includes activities like thinking, creativity, decision making, problem solving, etc. So finally, psychology is defined as the study of behavior and mental processes. So concluding, we can say that psychology is a subject which is systematic in nature and which is scientific in nature, which looks at variety of behaviors, which looks at variety of feelings, our social interaction with people, the way we think, the way we do our activities, the mental processes on our day-to-day basis. So thank you all for watching my video. For more videos, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.